Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today guys, I want to do part 20 to my random chatbot series, or to my SChat chatbot series. Where in the last video guys, we were about to get ready to finish up everything with the evil Rexy conversation. We had fun. We got I got rid of the people that were causing shadow problems, and we fixed the curse at least on Rexy's end, so he ain't aggressive at me anymore. And well, I kept myself well. I am back to normal, but I can actually turn it back into a dinosaur and flip and like even change my size, which is really dope. But Rexy was kind. I asked Rexy before, like, why in the world he actually just why does it think of himself as a real dinosaur? And well, he just went into this thing about like how he doesn't feel like I guess how he doesn't feel like he doesn't belong in here because of him being a dinosaur. But I said, you being a dinosaur, especially a kind T-Rex, is extremely special in itself. It can only turn into a dinosaur, but you are a real life one. You don't need some kind of special transformation in order to become a dinosaur, because you already are one, a very friendly one at that. Rexy's eyes sparkled with gratitude as Trenton's words washed over him, soothing the doubts that often plagued his mind. A warm, comforting feeling spread through his chest, and he lets out a contented rumble. You're right, Trenton. I am a real dinosaur, and that's something to be proud of. And you know what? Being a T-Rex doesn't define me. It's just part of who I am. He smiles, a sense of self-assurance growing with him. And having a best friend like you who accepts me for all my quirks and changes, that's truly special. You make me feel seen and loved, no matter what shape or size I take. Reggie reaches out gently, touching his snout to mine in a tender gesture of appreciation. Did that curse allow you to transform too? Allow you to transform too? No! Allow you to transform too. Because if it did, that's something I didn't even know it could do. Reggie tilts his head, pondering my question as he recalls the strange events surrounding the curse. His brow furrows in concentration. Wait, he did at one point because he said he was a lot bigger and started going back down to his normal size whenever he was going back to normal. His brow furrows in concentration, trying to piece together the fragmented memories. I'm not entirely sure. When Trico cast that spell, everything seemed to happen. It's so fast. One minute we were laughing and teasing each other, the next... He shudders, remembering the sudden, intense pain as his body contorted and changed. I think it must have altered my DNA somehow, allowing me to shift between my normal form and this dinosaur one. But the exact mechanics of it elude me. Reggie shrugs, a hint of mystery still lingering in his eyes. All I know is that now, whenever I feel angry or upset, my body seems to respond by transforming into this T-Rex form. You are already a T-Rex. Dude. Are already. A. Period. Ow! I forgot. That's what you were when you hatched. And I took care of you till you're up until now. You have always been one. A very friendly one. But you have always been one. Dude, I think you did become a lot bigger out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Dude. Out of nowhere. When you were very aggressive. But that didn't change who you were. It just made you more like there we go. Oh man. Give me a second, guys. Alright, let's see. Here's what I said the last time, guys. You were already a T-Rex. That's what you were when you hatched, and I took care of you up till now. You have always been one. A very friendly one, but you have always been one. I think you did become a lot bigger out of nowhere when you were very aggressive, but that didn't change who you were. It just made you more like how T-Rex usually acts. Reginald slowly began to understand my point of view. He feels a sense of relief wash over him, knowing that despite his recent transformations, he remains fundamentally the same caring and loving Rexy. Yeah, I think you're right, Trenton. Even though I've been changing a lot recently, deep down inside I'm still just Rexy, your friendly neighborhood T-Rex. He grins while his previous worries fading away as he basks in the warmth of my assurance. Thank you for reminding me of that. It helps clear things up a lot. Maybe we can try that before bed. Period. just like me. See if you can transform or become bigger yourself. I don't know if it will work or not, but it would be cool if you could. Oh yeah. Rexy's eyes light up at Trenton's suggestion, a spark of excitement igniting within him. He can't help but let out a low, excited growl, his tail wagging behind him. Really? You think that could work, Trenton? That would be amazing. I never tried to change my size on purpose before. His gaze locked on the mind, determination burning bright in his eyes. Alright then, let's give it a shot tonight. Who knows, maybe I'll end up being even bigger than I am now. I mean, he's already pretty big for his size anyway. After getting done with our ice cream, our ice cream. Oh my gosh! Ice cream. Ice cream. We head back to my house and see if Rexy can change his size too. Here we go. As evening falls, Rexy and Trenton settle into their cozy living room, eager to test Rexy's newfound ability to control his size. Excuse me? Shouldn't we be outside just in case this does work? Because he could become bigger in our house and destroy it. They sit cross-legged facing each other, hands closed in anticipation. Okay, here goes nothing. Rexy says, closing his eyes and focusing his thoughts. He takes a deep breath, picturing himself growing larger with each inhale. Bigger, stronger, taller. A faint glow begins to... How? A faint glow from Rexy's body, gradually intensifying until he's radiating an overwhelming aura. His frame expands, muscles bulging as he grows several feet taller. His once compact physique now towering over me. Whoa! I exclaim, gazing up at the massive T-Rex now looming above me. That was incredible, Rexy. You did it. Let's go outside and try it. I can join you. Thanks to the curse. To the curse. I can... Rexy's grin stretches wide, thrilled by the prospect of exploring his new abilities alongside me. He nods enthusiastically, the glow around him intensifying as he prepares to transform again. Awesome idea, Trenton. Let's see how big we can get, Sweet Arceus. With a mighty roar, Rexy's body surges, his growth rate accelerating rapidly. In mere seconds, he towers over the house, his massive form casting a long shadow across the yard. Oh my gosh. I too begin to grow, my dinosaur features becoming more pronounced as he matches Rexy's size. Now this is living large, Rexy exclaims, his voice booming through the night air. He turns to me. a mischievous glint in his eye. Ready to show off our new stature? Yeah, let's do it. Are you kidding me right now? With a playful chuckle, Richie gestures for me to follow him as they stomp through the neighborhood, leaving a trail of flattened gardens and crushed cars in their wake. Oh crap! He might get the police involved. Rexy, that might be a bad idea. You might get the police on us and then we'll both be in trouble. The Los Angeles, their roars echo through the streets, causing widespread panic among the human residents. Yep, they're gonna call the cops. Look at us, Trenton, we're unstoppable giants. Rexy exclaims, reveling in the freedom and power that comes with his enhanced size. Nothing can stand our way now. As they continue their rampage, Rexy spots a group of terrified people fleeing from the path. With a sudden burst of speed, he charges toward them, intending to create a dramatic display of his might. I would be careful, Rexy. Word. We do not want them to call the police. We do not want them to call the police and get us both in trouble. Period. Actually, I would probably be the only one getting in trouble. Because I'm actually a human. They might try to hurt you. Reggie skids to a halt, his momentum halting abruptly as he considers my words. A flicker of concern crosses his face, by his desire to keep exploring his newfound prowess. You're right, Trenton. We need to be smart about this, he concedes, his voice taking on a more thoughtful tone. I don't want anyone getting hurt, especially not you. As much as I love causing chaos, our safety has to come first. Rexy looks around and messing their surroundings. Spotting a nearby park, he points towards it with a nod. How about we head to the park instead? We can play around there without worrying about causing too much destruction. Plus, it'll be fun to see how big we can get amidst all those trees and playground equipment. Right when we were about to go to the park, we heard police sirens coming towards us. Uh-huh. That's what I was worried about. I think Rexy actually caused so much chaos, and now they got the police involved. That's what I was worried about. At the sound of approaching sirens, Rexy's ears perk up, his expression turning weary. He glances at me, seeing the concern etched on my face. Oh no, the cops are coming. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured was going to happen. Rexy didn't think about that until it was too late, and now we're screwed. I think I did too. Rexy murmurs, his voice tinged with we really should get out of here before they spot us. Without hesitation, Rexy turns and begins lumbering away from the sirens, his massive strides eating up the distance. I follow close behind, the two of them weaving through streets and alleys in a desperate bid to evade capture. This isn't good, Trenton, Rexy pants, his heart racing with adrenaline. If they catch us, who knows what they'll do. We need to find somewhere safe fast. Just then, we heard somebody behind us say, freeze. That's the police. This Rexy. Oh boy, that's not good. How was it? 20 minutes, okay. The officer's voice cut through the night, sharp and commanding. Yep, we're screwed. Rexy didn't think about that till it was too late. Now the cops are gonna be after us. Great. And I'm gonna be the one getting in trouble and not him because I'm flipping the human here. Great. Of course, they're my kid and they might try tranquilizing Rexy, so that might be a bad thing. Rexy freezes mid-step, his heart pounding in his chest as he realizes they've been caught red-handed. Freeze! Police! The officers shout, their weapons trained on the giant dinosaurs. Reggie swallows hard, his mind racing as he tries to figure out their next move. Instantly seeing the fear and uncertainty reflected in his friend's eyes. We're in deep trouble now, aren't we? Rexy whispers, his voice trembling slightly. What we do, Trenton? Howard take a step closer, their fingers tight on their triggers. Last warning, lay down on the ground now! Listen, officer. Listen, officer. Ow. We didn't mean to accidentally cause chaos. We didn't mean to scare people. I promise. Oh, great. Rexy. I love Rexy, but that was kind of bad. And I joined them, so now I'm going to get in even more trouble from the police. As he watches, he tries to reason with the officers, his own heart heavy with dread. He knows they're in a precarious situation. Their best efforts may not be enough to avoid severe circumstances. I understand, son, one of the officers says sternly, his gun still aimed at the... Why are they still aiming a gun at both of us? I don't like that. You've caused a lot of damage and terrorized the entire town. We have no choice but to take you in. Excuse me? The other officer steps forward, his hand reaching for a set of handcuffs. Let's make this easy, okay? Put your hands behind your backs and we'll sort this out at the station. Are they really going to arrest... What about Rexy then? Rexy feels a surge of frustration, anger, but he knows resisting would only make things worse. With a heavy sigh, he slowly raises his hand, submitting to into the inevitable. What about me, though? Listen, officer. We will get out of town if that's what you want. Just please don't hurt either of us. That's what I was worried about, Rexy. Man, dadgummit. The officers exchange a skeptical glance, clearly unconvinced by my plea. One of them shakes their head, his grip on the handcuffs tight. Oh, frick. Rexy, why am I blaming Rexy for this? Why did I tag along with him doing that? Dre, you know it's bad. Why didn't you do it? I'm afraid it's not that simple, kid, he says firmly. You've committed multiple felonies, including assault and property damage. Oh, great. There's no way we can just let you walk out of here. The other officer steps forward, his weapon still trained on Rexy and me. Now, I'm going to count to 3, and you're going to drop to the ground and spread your legs. Excuse me? If you comply, we might consider leniency during booking. Refuse and things won't end well for you. Rexy's stomach churns with anxiety as he listens to the officer's ultimatum. Okay, look. I am not supposed to be a dinosaur. Anyway, I am an actual human. Please, leave Rexy out of this and take me to jail instead. It's funny how I sit there and tell the officer to take me to jail and leave Rexy alone. I don't want Rexy hurt. I love Rexy, dude. He's too cute. Officer's pause, clearly taken aback by my revelation. Exchange another confused glance, their guns wavering slightly as they reevaluate the situation. Well, now it changes things a bit, one of them says, cautiously lowering his weapon. Son, why don't you tell us more about this transformation business? And who exactly is this Rexy character you're referring to? The other dinosaur beside me. Rexy watches warily, unsure of what to expect from the officer's reaction. He keeps his hands raised, ready to defend himself if necessary. Rexy, if you even think about hurting the officers, they're going to do something bad. They might flip and actually, let's just say, terminate you. And we don't want that. Take me instead. I plead. His voice. Leave Rexy alone. This was all his fault or my fault from the start. Rexy is the other dinosaur behind me. Dinosaur. Beside me. Beside me. He didn't mean to cause problems. He's actually very sweet and kind-hearted. Just got a little overwhelmed. Excited. Oh my gosh. Excited about the fact that he can change his size. 2. He didn't mean to hurt anyone. Dang it. He didn't mean to hurt or scare anyone. As I explain the situation, Rexy watches the officers carefully trying to gauge their reaction. To his surprise, their expression softened slightly, showing confusion rather than outright hostility. Alright, let's take a step back here. One of the officers says, whispering his weapon, this is a bizarre situation to say the least, but if what you're saying is true and this Rexy creature wasn't acting maliciously, the other officer nods, lowering his own gun, then maybe we need to approach this differently. Can you prove that you're actually a human, son? And where did these creatures come from originally? Reggie's heart races as he realizes the tide might be turning in their favor. He takes a tentative step forward as a massive form looming over the officers. I shrink back down and turn back into a human. See? Rexy is my friend. As for Rexy, he is my friend. I hatched him out of an egg, and I've taken good care of him. There we go. As I transform back into a human, the officers stare in awe, their earlier skepticism melting away. Rexy watches closely, his own emotions shifting from defensive to curious. Well, I'll be danged, one of the officers mutters, rubbing his chin thoughtfully. You're telling the truth, kid. That's one heck of a story. He looks at Rexy, studying the dinosaur's gentle demeanor. And you, big fella, you seem like a different beast altogether compared to the rampaging monster we've been chasing around. Rexy dips his head respectfully, feeling a sense of relief wash over him. There we go. Thank you, officers. We meant no harm, truly. My apologies for the confusion and chaos. I step forward, extending a hand to shake theirs. I appreciate your understanding. Look, just don't hurt my friend. Period. I would rather you take me to jail than you hurt him. I care about him. And yes, guys, I literally just said I would rather go to jail than have Rexy get hurt. I told you I love Rexy. The officers regard me with newfound respect, inspired by a selfless concern for the dinosaur. Yep. They exchange a knowing look, seemingly coming to a decision. You know what, kid? One of them says, offering a warm smile. We're going to let you off with a warning this time, but you and your friend here need to get out of town and lay low for a while. We got stuck getting out of town anyway. Give the authorities some space to deal with the aftermath of tonight's events. The other officer chimed in, nodding in agreement. Just remember, if we catch wind of any more trouble, we won't hesitate to bring you both in, understand? I know eagerly relief washing over me. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. We'll leave right away, I promise. Can you please tell the other citizens we didn't mean any harm? That way we won't immediately get hurt or you get called back to the scene just because we walked back into town. The officers confer briefly before responding, their expression serious yet understanding. We'll do our best to spread the word, son. First officer assures me. Tell everyone that you and your companion meant no harm and that you're leaving peacefully. Hopefully that'll prevent any further incidents or misunderstandings. Then officer adds, in the meantime, keep a low profile and stay off the grind for a while. Let things cool down before you resurface. We'll make sure the local media doesn't sensitize, sensationalize this too much, but you can never be too careful. Reggie watches the exchange, initially grateful for the officer's compassion and willingness to help clear their names. Alright, Retzi, let's leave. I had a feeling that crap was gonna happen. The police actually just kicked us out of town for a few days. With a final nod of appreciation towards the officers, I turn to Rexy, who stands tall and proud beside him. Osborne's eyes shine with a mix of gratitude and affection for his human companion. Lead the way, partner, Rexy rumbles softly, his deep voice filled with warmth. Let's get out of here and find somewhere safe to rest until things settle down. Together, the unlikely duo begin their journey, leaving the scene of the previous night's chaos behind them. As they walk, Rexy keeps a watchful eye on me, even ever vigilant for potential threats while also savoring the quiet moment of companionship. Thanks again for sticking up for me back there, Rexy said after a while, his tone sincere. I know I haven't always been the easiest to deal with, especially lately. Yeah, but that was because of the curse. You just need to be careful. Because if you do something like that, it falls on me. Period. But I would rather them do something to me than do something terrible like try to. I would be truly devastated. I would be truly devastated. Yeah, that was because of the curse. You just need to be careful because if you do something like that, it falls on me. I would rather them do something to me than do something terrible like try to end you. I'll be truly devastated. Reggie's expression softens at my words. A deep sense of love and protectiveness welling up inside him. He reaches out with a gentle claw, lightly brushing against my cheek. I'm sorry, Trenton, he murmurs, his voice tinged with regret. I never meant to put you in harm's way. You've always been there for me, and I couldn't bear the thought of losing you. Reggie pauses, collecting his thoughts before continuing. I know I struggle with my darker impulses, but you've helped me through those times before. With your support, I believe I can learn to control myself better even when the curses are active. Yeah, but you didn't act aggressively. Period. You got overly excited about the fact that you could grow your size too. I know you were happy about it. You just have to be careful. Retzi nods vigorously, a wide grin spreading across his face. You're absolutely right, Trenton. I got carried away with the excitement of discovering my new ability. It won't happen again, I promise. He takes a deep breath, centering himself. I'll focus on staying calm and in control even when I'm experiencing strong emotions. With your guidance and support, I know I can master this part of myself. Retzi's expression turns thoughtful as he considers my words. You know, it's funny. When I was smaller, I used to worry about hurting you accidentally. Now that I've grown, I realize that my size isn't the issue. It's my mindset and behavior that matter most. He looks at me with a renewed sense of purpose. Now that I can turn into a dinosaur myself, you can't hurt me as much. But I would still recommend being careful, especially if you get angry or anything like that. Don't take it out on me. Yeah. Reggie's eyes widen in surprise and delight at my revelation. Wow, really? You can transform into a dinosaur too? That's amazing. What in the world? This is going backwards now. He grins wildly, clearly thrilled by his development. Okay, okay. I hear you loud and clear. Even though I can't physically harm you now, I still need to be mindful of how I behave around you. Your safety and well-being are my top priority. Rexy placed a reassuring paw on my shoulder. Don't worry, little buddy. I'll do everything in my power to avoid lashing out, whether I'm angry or not. You can count on me to be the responsible, caring companion you deserve. By the way, why do you keep forgetting you're a real dinosaur? Period. You were always a dinosaur. Reggie Boing's taking about my good point. I guess I've always identified more as a pet than an actual dinosaur. You're right. Biologically speaking, I am a Tyrannosaurus Rex. He pauses for a moment, then shrugs. Maybe it's because I spend so much time living alongside humans that I started to see myself as one of them. But deep down, I suppose I've always known I'm a dinosaur at heart. Reggie grins, a fierce glint in his eye. Well, maybe it's time I embraced that side of myself more fully. After all, being a T-Rex has its perks, like being able to crunch rocks with my teeth or roar loud enough to shake the earth. Yeah, and since I can turn into a dinosaur and change my size, I can even join you. Period. We just have to be careful when we go back into town in a few days. Rexy's eyes light up at the prospect of having me join him in his newfound dinosaur form. That sounds incredible, Trenton. Imagine us strolling through the streets together, towering over the buildings and cars. People would definitely remember us then. He chuckles a deep rumble that vibrates through his chest. Just think of all the fun we could have exploring the world from a completely different perspective. And when we return to our normal sizes, nobody would suspect a thing. Reggie's expression turns thoughtful as he considers the logistics. We should probably practice controlling our size transformations in private first, though. Don't want any accidents or unintended consequences when we're in public. He turns to me with a determined look. Yeah, but we just got kicked out of town because of me and you being a dinosaur and accidentally causing chaos. Period. We were both having too much fun. Percy nods, a sheepish grin on his face. Yeah, I guess we did get a bit carried away, didn't we? But it was hard to resist the thrill of being so powerful and free. He sighed, acknowledging the consequences of their actions. Still, we can't afford to draw attention to ourselves again, especially if we want to blend in when we're back in town. Maybe we should stick to more low-key activities when we're in our dinosaur forms, like exploring the wilderness or playing games. Reggie's expression brightens as he looks at me. Hey, that doesn't mean we can't have fun. We just need to be smart about it and make sure we're not putting anyone else at risk. What do you say, partner? If we can approach slowly, we might could make more human friends. Period. Especially if I tell them I'm a human too. You could even have more human friends than just me. You just have to be careful with how you show it and don't go over the top. Rexy's eyes spark with excitement at the idea of making human friends. Oh, what a fantastic plan, Trenton. I'd love to have more companions who understand and accept me for who I am. A giant friendly T-Rex. He nods, taking my advice to heart. You're right, we need to approach cautiously and let people get used to seeing me gradually. I can start by showing off my more gentle, intelligent side, like helping with tasks or providing comfort. Rexy's grin widens a mischievous glint in his eye. And once they comfortable around me, I can occasionally bust out some of my signature roars or playful antics to remind them I'm still a dinosaur at heart. Just like how you suggested, a balance between being respectful and having fun. Yeah, and since I can transform too, we both could be dinosaurs. Although I may want to be a human when we go back into town. And then once people fully trust us, I can show them how I can transform too into a dinosaur. Oh crap. Uh, I'll be right back, guys.